Meet Juo, a legendary hitman who solves problems quickly, professionally, and permanently. He was sent on another job, promised there would be 1 or 2 guards at most. You know, just for appearances. Yeah, right. The informants were top tier as usual. Instead of a couple of weaklings, Juo is greeted by an entire army of 25 armed goons. Any normal person would already be calling a taxi home, but Juo doesn't even raise an eyebrow. He just pulls out a cigar, sticks it between his teeth, and switches into Terminator mode. One of the local meatheads decides to act like a boss and asks, "Hey, who the hell are you?" Our guy responds as politely as possible, instantly pulls out his gun and sends the poor dude on an express trip to meet his ancestors. The rest of the thugs realize things are about to get ugly and charge him all at once. But Juo couldn't care less. He pulls out his trusty 9mm and starts handing out headshots left and right. No sweat, no panic, just like a dad playing a shooter game against bots. The mafia boss immediately recognizes Juo as the legendary butcher who'll take down anyone as long as the price is right. Realizing there's nothing to gain here, the boss runs to the safe, grabs everything valuable, and switches into Usain Bolt mode. But you can't outrun Juo. He simply sticks out his foot, and the boss goes face first into the concrete. The boss starts whining. "You're a mercenary. You only care about money." Juo corrects him in a calm, almost bored tone. "Listen, I only take out people who are truly beyond saving." The boss tries to pull a hidden gun, but Juo is already behind him. One solid punch to the liver, and the client is out cold, no anesthesia needed. After the cleanup crew arrives to erase the evidence, Juo steps outside to have a little talk with his apprentice, Nakota. Juo asks, "Nakota, remind me, are 2 and 25 the same number?" Nakota switches into the mode of a student who forgot his homework, apologizing like crazy for messing up the intel, while still looking at Juo like he's a god. And honestly, fair enough. The guy just soloed 25 armed men without even wrinkling his suit. But the most interesting part is what they find in the boss's suitcase. No gold, no documents. Inside, there's a wasp nest. Juo scratches his head, completely confused about what kind of nonsense this is and why the mafia would keep something like that. Still, he decides to take it with him. You never know when it might come in handy. The next day, Juo returns home. In the elevator, a little kid steps in, looks at Juo's cold, battle-worn face, has a mini panic attack, and runs off at full speed. And that's when Juo suddenly gets philosophical. He's never been good with kids. His family life with his ex-wife Eri fell apart because they had absolutely nothing in common. His whole life is just work. He doesn't kill people because he enjoys it. He does it because he's damn good at it. Juo sighs and realizes, man, my life is actually kind of boring. But he doesn't get bored for long. While he's talking with Nakota in the apartment, a wasp suddenly flies out of that suitcase and stings Juo straight in the neck. The pain is insane. His vision goes dark. The legendary hitman collapses on the floor and blacks out. Juo wakes up on a couch in a laboratory belonging to his ex-wife, Eri. She works in the scientific division of the same assassin organization. Eri explains that Juo passed out because of the venom from that wasp in the suitcase. Turns out the gang Juo wiped out was involved in hardcore genetic experiments, and that wasp was a mutant. Eri hands Juo a mirror, and he's completely stunned. Not only did they remove the venom, they also took about 20 years off his life. Now he looks like a hot 20-year-old student. Juo panics and asks, "Can you reverse it?" But Eri just shrugs. And then comes the cherry on top. The boss calls. Juo picks up the phone, tries to answer in his usual deep voice, but because of the rejuvenation, his voice sounds like he just hit puberty. Juo admits the situation is absolutely insane, but tells the boss he's ready to take on any dirty job. That's exactly what the boss was waiting for. He says he has the perfect assignment for a rejuvenated hitman. Juo has to go to middle school. Our hardened mercenary is completely stunned, but the boss lays it out. Next year, he plans to send his daughter to an elite private school, and Juo needs to infiltrate it undercover as a student and scout the place from the inside. The hitman immediately starts protesting, saying this is babysitter work, not something for a professional killer. But his ex-wife Eri only makes things worse, reminding him that he never actually finished school himself. Juo resists right up until he hears the payment. The money is ridiculously good, so he agrees instantly. As they say, money doesn't stink. A few days before the academic nightmare begins, his loyal apprentice Nakota hooks him up with spy glasses equipped with a hidden camera and microphone. The plan is simple. Nakota stays on comms and feeds him answers in case Juo forgets what 6th graders are supposed to know. Before leaving, Juo looks at himself in the mirror and realizes the kind of disaster he's walking into. He's about to spend his days surrounded by snotty teenagers he absolutely can't stand. But money is money, so he has no choice. The first day of school arrives. All the new students go up to the front one by one and give a cute little introduction. Then it's Juo's turn, and our legendary hitman delivers such a stiff and painfully awkward introduction that the classroom falls into dead silence. Every girl immediately writes him off as a complete weirdo. Although, wait, one blonde in the class is clearly interested. Looks like Juo's intense vibe actually caught someone's attention. That evening, Juo returns home